Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dakota Barrows, and in this video we're going to briefly be going over my block mesh level. Within this level, there is one main path, three side paths, one main objective, three side objectives. The main path seems like a straight shot. When you leave the starting area, there is some cliff ledges that point you in the direction that will help draw your eyes in the direction of a bridge leading towards the ending. The side paths, there's one on the left, two on the right. The one on the left goes up and over a waterfall. The two on the right go over a cave or through a cave. The side objectives are talking with ghosts to learn about some objectives or to learn about some lore for the world. Another side objective that you can do is you can interact with tombstones. Some of the tombstones have spirits trapped within. The third thing that you can do for a side objective is learn about what happened to the lost relic. There is a ghost that will tell you that they need help finding or learning about their lost relic so they can move on to the next realm. So by doing that side objective, you can learn a little bit more about A, the lore, and B, you can learn what happened to the actual lost relic. So learning the truth. There is a stressor within this level, and that stressor is called the black fog. The black fog is just exactly what it sounds like. A little bit of black fog, maybe like a cloud-shaped blackness that moves across the ground, some in the air, and if the player interacts with it, the player will be sent back to the beginning of the level, and the level will restart. So, at the beginning of the level, which is where we are right now, the player will be drawn to this light. When you speak to this ghost, the ghost will tell you to look out for the black fog and tell you to grab this tablet. Upon grabbing the tablet, the player can press E to interact. Pressing E to interact will turn on and off this light, will open this wall so they can go through the ghost wall. To your left you have a side path, to your right you have two side paths, and directly ahead you have the main path. And that's the black fog right there. You need to avoid that. Directly ahead of us, we'll come to this bridge. The bridge will collapse, but by pressing E, we'll see that there is a ghostly leftover image of the bridge. Once we get across here, if we're careful and not running into the black fog, we'll be on the other side, and we'll see that there is a building with a yellow light, and to our right is another larger building. The player's eye will be drawn towards the yellow light. If the player heads to the yellow light, and it tries to interact with the door on the building, you'll see that it says blood sacrifice required. The player can press Q to see the objective marker. The objective marker is marking something within this building. If we head up to the start of this area and press E on this flickering yellow wall, press F to see, because we need a flashlight in here. If we walk up to this square, we'll see that it also flashes blue. If we press the E button on that, it'll rise up similar to an elevator. Once we get to the top here, we'll see that directly in front of us is where the marker is, marking the altar. If we walk up to it and press E on it, the player will put the tablet down, do a blood sacrifice, and we can drop down carefully not to hit any black fog, and we can leave this area, and we'll see that the door is now open and we can leave, hence completing the main path. So for our side paths, let's start with the one on the left. If we head to our left, avoiding the fog, we can see that in here is, in fact, one of these tombstones we can interact with to free a spirit. Now that we've done that, let's quickly show off the side path. In there is a ghost we can interact with, and they'll give us some lore and tell us about the blood sacrifice. If we try to interact with that building right there, I made this area really hard. The building will explode, so that's not too helpful for what we're trying to get to. By pressing E there, we can see that there is this side path. Oh no. I'm going to cut that entirely out. At future me editing this, remember to cut that part out. Thanks. Okay, we're doing the second side path again. So now that we've done the main path, let's just quickly show off the second side path, or the first side path over here to the left. We can see that if we head into here, careful of the black fog, there is a tombstone here that is glowing blue. If we interact with it, we free a spirit. Oh, that's big. Over here we have a building that if we go near it, it will explode, which isn't too helpful or too unhelpful for this. In there is a ghost that will give us some lore background and will explain that what we should do for the main objective. If we head up here, we have the side path, which the side path will lead us to another tombstone that we can interact with, and yet again, we're back at the ending. Alright, now that we've gone over the main path and the first side path, let's go over the second side path, which will be to our right. Let's avoid the fog to our best of our abilities. In the second path, we have a tombstone we can interact with, a ghost we can speak to, and a building that does not explode if we go over and touch it. And then, so that path just leads right back to this area. Now that we have gone over our side path to the left, side path to the right, and our main path to the front, let's go over our second path to the right. If we head this way and we drop down into the water, we can see that there's some danger signs, that if we go behind and we press E, we'll head through. We can go into the cave and drop down. Inside here, we'll see that there's a ghost that if we talk to, it'll tell you that the world was peaceful before everything fell, and they're just an old ghost remembering about the time before. If we continue on and we head through here, we'll see that we can head up this direction. And if we talk to this ghost, oh, sorry, Mr. Ghost, leaving you behind, my bad. We'll head up here. Oh, almost hit the black fog. We can head up this direction and head through here, which will again lead us back to the main area. Now that we have briefly shown off every area, let us quickly go over the third and final side objective. If we walk over here, we'll see that there is a red light. If we walk up to the red light and speak with this ghost, the ghost will say that they would like help finding the chest with their lost relic within it. If we head into the cave, where they said they'd be waiting, we'll see that there is a red light here that we can head up to, and a ghost will appear. If we try to speak with this ghost, the ghost will just laugh at us and then drop us. Now with all that being said, that is the entirety of the level. If we were to head forward right here, this would be the end of the level. So brief recap. Why is it? Why am I like this? Why can't I use English to fucking talk? Let's try it again. So, if we were to head through this area right here, the level would end. So, a brief recap of what this level entails. This level entails one main path, one main objective, 3 side paths, 3 side objectives. And the stressor is a black fog. The main objective is blood sacrifice. The 3 side objectives are speaking with ghosts, freeing ghosts, and learning about the truth. I hope this has been helpful, and hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Thanks for watching.